House Fitness. So this is our band stretch class. So it is literally stretching. So if you've not done anything to warm up, then I suggest that before you do this class, you do something to warm up, like a cycle or a run, or one of my classes, Pilates, yoga, HIIT, whatever you like, but don't stretch when you're cold. So stretching with the band, we can do some back stretches. So we can hold the band in both hands. You can hold it as tight as you want to. Take it around the shoulder blades and just reach forwards to open out through the shoulders. And then open out through the chest. So open out through the shoulders. Open out through the chest. Open out through the shoulder blades. Open out through the chest. So you could do maybe 4 to 6 of these, just to release off and open out. Remember, with our band, we get bigger stretches. So always work at your own level. And if it's too much, you can stretch without the band. Hi, Pauline. Oh, I'm glad. So open out. My last video didn't save. I'm really upset. So open out, lengthen. Do you want to do it all over again? And let's go to the other side. So lengthen, open out. Good. Let's go one more to each side. So just open out, pull gently through the band. Nice diagonal line with the arms. And one more. Good. So if you wanted to, you could go back to that back stretch just to release off. Open out. Remember, this is your workout. You can stretch as much as you want to. And these stretches here would actually be quite nice just to get up and do anytime you like. Let's do one more. Good. So release there. So how many of us have got tight shoulders, tight chest, tight back? We're going to try to take hold of the band. We're going to lift the arms above the head and try to take the arms back as much as you can without opening out through the band too much. So take the arms back as far as you can and then bring them back forwards. So if we opened out through the band, we'd probably be able to take our arms all the way back. So you can open out through the chest, come in all the way up and all the way down. So let's do one without opening out. So see how far you can get back without opening out, how tight that chest is, and bring it back. And let's do our next one. Keep the arms straight, open out, pull back. So feel those shoulders open out. Feel the chest open out. So reach all the way forwards to the chest. So this time, let's not to open out. Just go back as far as you can. Come forwards. And let's do one more with opening out. So I can feel this through my shoulders, really opening out. So again, I've only done 4 of each. You can do as many as you want to. Nice work. Come back and forward. Should we do one more without opening? So one more, all the way up, back, not opening out. Just see how it feels. And all the way back down. So just release off through those arms for a minute. Relax off through the arms. Nice. So you might find sometimes that you struggle to stretch through the tricep. So we could use the band. You could hold the band. You can take the arm back. You can hold. And you could just use that back arm. So you could use this back arm as you hold this one just to pull slightly on the band. So we're not moving that front arm, but it will help get a stretch through the tricep. If you ever struggle to stretch or take the arms together, just pull gently and feel, morning Darren, and And feel that arm just stretching. Good. So let's go to the other side. So you don't have to use the band. Again, if you are able just to stretch here and you get a nice stretch, or hold the back of the hand, don't have to use the band. But if you struggle, hold that band, just gently pull and feel that length through the back of the tricep. Good. And release. So let's go to stretching through the legs. So if you haven't got a band, it's not a problem, you can do it without the band. But come to lying on your back. So if you haven't got a band and you just want to stretch, you could hold above or below the knee. You can gently pull that leg in to get your hamstring stretched, keeping that knee slightly soft. However, with a band, you get a much deeper stretch. So you can take that band over your foot. Make sure that you cross the band so you've got it in opposite hands. It will help prevent it from falling off your foot. I don't want any bands going into your chest or your face. So just pull the band back towards the chest, elbows to the floor, and you'll really feel that stretch up through the hamstring. Now, if you're tight through the hamstring or it hurts, soften that knee slightly more. Remember to work at your own level. Try to keep the bottom down on the floor. The shoulders are nice and relaxed. So just hold and breathe here and allow that stretch to ease. If you feel it easing, you can pull into it slightly more, but you do not have to. You could try flexing the foot. Rather than having the foot slightly pointed, you could try flexing the foot to increase that stretch. It's your stretch. Think about how it feels for you. And hamstring stretches are developmental stretches, so we want them to stay long. So you can hold this position maybe for 30 seconds before you come into it again. And as we get older, our muscles begin to tighten more. So you could stay in this stretch if you wanted to for a couple of minutes. Totally your choice. Just really allow your muscles to ease and loosen off. So let's go into an inner thigh stretch. So again, work at your own level. If you want to, you can lengthen this leg, or you can keep the knee bent. Keep the bands tight. Take your leg out to the side to open out through the inner thigh. So again, if it's too much with the band, you don't have to use the band. You can flex the foot. You could point the toe. Your choice. We can also change the position of our foot to change the stretch in our inner thigh. So you could point your toes down towards the floor, or you could point your heel down towards the floor. So it changes the position of the leg and of this inner thigh muscle. So again, you can stay here. You could do each position for maybe 30 seconds. You can stay here for a lot longer. Feel that stretch easing. And again, if it hurts through the knee, remember to keep your knee soft. So bring that leg back to centre. Take your band to the same side as your leg and let your leg relax over the other leg. So you can lengthen that other leg if you want to, and just let this leg relax over towards the floor. So you're going to lengthen down through the glutes, down towards the knee. Again, if it really pulls on the knee, soften through that knee. But see if you can lengthen and hold to open out. Lengthen through the muscles down the side of the leg, through the bottom, up into the back. And again, you could flex the foot. You could point the toe. You could point your toe down towards the floor. You could point your heel down towards the floor. So it rotates those muscles differently to stretch. Oh, nice stretches this morning. Good. So bring that leg back up and change legs. So just change legs. Take your other foot into the band, or if you haven't got the band, just change legs and hold. So cross the band. So remember our safety, we don't want the band coming off our feet. Pull the elbows back down towards the floor. Lengthen through that leg. If you need to, soften through that knee. Feel the stretch at the back of the leg through the bottom into the back. And just breathe. So again, in this position, you could flex that foot. You could relax the foot. You could turn the heel in. You could turn the toes in. So you can really play with the stretch with the band. You can really work each individual muscle to lengthen through the leg, through the bottom into the back. So very often people do loads of workouts, but they don't stretch enough. And we really need to stretch, especially as we get older, to really keep everything in line and keep the muscles working. So again, take this leg out to the side, so towards the floor. You can keep that knee bent, you can lengthen the leg, but keep your bottom on the floor, keep your back on the floor. So as this leg goes out, I don't want you to do this. Okay, stay nice and stable, open out through that inner thigh. So flex the foot if you want to, or keep the toes pointed. You could point those toes towards the floor. You could take your heel towards the floor. Again, play with it. Think about how it feels for you as you move that foot. Bring that leg back up. So bring your band to the same side as your leg and take that leg over the top. You could keep this knee bent if you want to, but keep it facing the ceiling, or you can lengthen it out. Again, don't come over so much that your bottom's off the floor. Try to keep the bottom down. Take that leg across, shoulders back and down. Soften that knee if you need to. Feel the length through the side. You will feel it into the knee, down through the whole leg. And again, you can play with that foot position. So you could take the heel down, you could take the toes down, you could keep the foot just relaxed, you could flex. Think about how it feels for you down the side of that leg, and hold and breathe. Good, so come back up, relax through that knee. So take both feet into your band. Oh, excuse my knee. Bring yourself up to sitting. So it should be easy to bring yourself up to sitting with your band. Walk your hands down your band towards your feet. Flex your feet so the toes are facing the ceiling. Keep the shoulders open and back, and really feel that stretch down the back of the legs. Again, if it hurts the knees, then soften through the knees. Work at your own level all the time. Nice work. You can come forward. So again, you can really let yourself ease into these stretches. Hold them as long as you want to hold them. If you've done a really hard workout, you want to just release off through those muscles. It's really nice just to sit and hold and release. Pull in slightly more. Come on, we can pull in slightly more. Good. So release the band off one leg. Take it to the other leg. So imagine that we're going to reach down to this foot with our hand, but we can use the band instead. So flex the foot. Walk your hands down the band. Pull on the band. Keep that foot flexed. Think about the little stretch that you're getting. You're going to get it through the back as well. Try to keep the chest open. Remember, you're hinging from the hips. We're not rounding through the shoulders to pull into our stretches. We're hinging from the hips. So again, hold for at least 30, 40 seconds. You can hold for longer. Just really feel the ease. You can find yourself pulling into it more, leaning the more you lean into that stretch. Oh, we'll be doing the splits by the time we go back to work at this rate. Maybe not. So release off of that foot. Take the band into the opposite foot. And again, sit with the legs out. Sit nice and tall. Walk the hands down the band. Keep the chest open. Keep the back nice and long, and just release. If that knee hurts, soften through the knee. Work into your own level. Oh, I needed a good stretch this morning. Good. So release the band off, and just for a minute, just let those knees relax out to the sides. Just have a little rest through the hips, through the legs, through the back. Good. So we can cat stretch with the band. So if you wanted to, you can cat stretch with your band. So you can take your band around your shoulder blades. And then you can bring the band down under your hands. So as we cat stretch, we're just getting that extra length. If your band's too long or you find it's not stretching, just pull it tighter to the floor. Try not to, though, when you've got your bands, when we're doing anything, try not to wrap them around your hands, because you're going to end up with really sore fingers and hands. Try to keep the hands nice and relaxed. So you can cat stretch up, open out through that back, through the shoulder blades, and sink. Nice. Open out, come up. And sink. So open out. And sink. Let's do one more. Open out. And sink. You can relax back to child pose stretch with the band. You can release those arms forwards. Let the band just come over underneath the shoulders. Mind it doesn't come up over your head. And release. Nice. So, bring yourself up to standing for a moment. So some of you struggle to take hold of your foot when we're doing our quad stretch. So we could use the band. You might want to tie the band around the foot so it stays on the foot. I'm going to tie mine once. If it doesn't, I'll tie it twice. So if you struggle to hold your foot when we're doing that quad stretch, take hold of your band. It will lift your foot off the floor. You do not have to hold your foot. You can hold the band wherever you need to bring that heel in, push the hips forwards. So if you struggle to do that quad stretch, hold in the foot, bring a band over the foot, hold. Good. So then you would change feet. So you can take your bands to your other feet. We only have 2, Karen. And again, if you struggle to lift that foot off the floor and hold, use the band. Knees together, hips push forwards. Draw that band up, push forwards. Good. And release. So take that band off. So just walk through the feet, relax through the shoulders, release off. So hopefully some of those stretches have been useful for you. So as I said, you can hold them for as long as you want to, just to release off. Make sure, especially if you're using the band, that you are warm before you stretch. Don't get out of bed and think I'm going to use the band and stretch. Warm up first. Make sure you cross your band over your feet so they're not going to fall off your feet. And enjoy the wonderful stretches. Bye all, see you later.